This week, Dad's hunting in the Yukon with Caesar Lake Outfitters for moose.
That's right. Generally, the whole entire family is together hunting, but because of space and they're hunting out of a boat in pursuit of a big bull moose in the rut, we're going to stay back behind and keep the fort down, but it's going to be one exciting show.
And the show starts right now.
I remember crystal clear my first hunt with Dad, chasing my first big buck mule deer with bright orange vest and old wool cap, hiking on tired legs, rifle slung across my back. There's one memory that still stands out above the rest, when Daddy looked me in the eyes and said, "Shoot straight, son, I know you can. I pray God will guide your hand. When your big chance comes around, push away all fear and doubt. Take aim, have faith, shoot straight."
Hunting big game with a muzzleloader is one of my favorite things to do, and this week I've got the opportunity to head up north. How far north? All the way up to the Yukon in Canada. We're going to be with our good friends the Wilkinsons with Caesar Lake Outfitters. Now last year the boys went up there. Wyatt took a beautiful moose and Walker a dandy mountain goat. So now it's my turn. We're going to hunt during the rut, use my CVA muzzleloader, and see if we can get close enough to one of these big bulls. Let's see what happens. After a couple day drive up to the Yukon, got in the truck, went down this old logging road. Now we're at the Argo, gonna put all our gear in the back, then we're gonna head to the river where we've got a jet boat and a hovercraft waiting to head to camp. We've got our guns because you never know what you might see along the way. We're gonna get this all loaded up.
Okay, waterproof, yep, that can go right on the bottom.
This one's heavy. We made it to the river in the Argo. Now we're getting in a jet boat with all our gear, heading up to the base camp. And then we also have a hovercraft we're gonna get in and do some hunting out of that. So made it this far. It's exciting, gorgeous weather, about 39 degrees. We made it, our home for the next week. What a beautiful setting up here in the Yukon. Caesar Lake puts you where the animals are.
That was incredible, going over water that was 2 and 3 inches deep. There's a swamp back here. Late afternoon, we're gonna do some calling, glassing, see if we can find a bull.
Shoot Straight is brought to you by CVA, Power Belt, Buck Knives, Real Tree Camouflage, Conus Optics, Cabela's, Hodgdon Powder, Bitterroot Tool and Machine, Caldwell Shooting Supplies, Lance Campers, Roper Apparel, the Mule Deer Foundation, B&W Trailer Hitches, Atchison Taxidermy, Liberty Safes.
The new Power Belt Aerolite. Its hollow core construction keeps it light, producing higher velocities. Its polycarbonate tip ensures controlled but devastating expansion. Its longer, more aerodynamic shape stabilizes the bullet in flight. And its tight seal fluted base keeps pressures dead on consistent. Bottom line, Aerolites are our flattest shooting, fastest flying, hardest hitting, and most accurate bullets ever. Give them a try and find out just how deadly a Power Belt can be.
Because it takes a boat to get to the biggest bass. And a few more decoys to bring in the ducks. Because the trophy you're after, you can't carry out. Because you tow, there's B&W. B&W Trailer Hitches. Towing, adventure.
It's in our stomping grounds and our playground. It's in our sights and our commitment. It's in him, it was in them, and it will continue with her. It's in my nature. Is it in yours?
CVA's Accura Series. Bergara barrels for guaranteed accuracy. Nitride for guaranteed rust proofing. And a rifle guaranteed to be the best muzzleloader you've ever shot. CVA, it's just a better gun.
After a good night's rest, got up, had breakfast this morning, and started walking from camp, doing some calling, trying to locate a bull. Saw several moose yesterday, which was exciting. Snowed last night. The mountains got quite a bit. We just got a real light dusting down here. Terry's walking down to get the jet boat because we're going to go on a further trek this morning. We've been using the hovercraft, but we want to go way upriver to another camp and check out up there, see what happens. The moose are definitely moving, and this is one exciting hunt up here at Caesar Lake Outfitters. Let's see what happens as the day progresses. We're just covering a lot of country, stopping, calling, stopping, calling. We can strike up a good bull.
It's time for a Straight Talk Tip of the Week, brought to you by Caldwell Shooting Supplies.
No matter what hunt you go on, you got to have the right gear. I always say start with your base layer. Now the base layer I've been using that is the most incredible base layer I've ever used in my whole life is the Cabela's XPG. It's right here. Why do I like it? Well, number one, it's warm. It wicks moisture off of you and it does not hold odor. I'll just tell you, on this particular hunt, I've wore the same shirt for over 8 days and it helps eliminate odor. It's a great thing. So on your next hunt, make sure you start off with a great base layer like the Cabela's XPG, and you'll be warmer and drier and happier on your next hunt. And that's your Straight Talk Tip of the Week.
My camo has to keep me hidden no matter what.
It has to look like the woods I hunted. It has to work in dark timber and open hardwoods.
It has to work any time of year.
It has to fool a turkey's eyes.
It has to keep me concealed at that moment of truth.
When I need it the most.
That's why I trust Realtree.
Realtree Extra.
The most effective camo pattern ever designed.
My camo has to work.
My camo has to work.
And it does.
For over 50 years, Lance has been designing and building the highest quality, most innovative, lightweight truck campers, travel trailers, and toy haulers on the market. This year, Lance introduces the all-new 650 truck camper designed specifically for today's half-ton short bed pickup trucks. Lance also builds one of the fastest-growing composite-built, ultralight travel trailer lineups with models ranging from 14 to 22 feet long. Lance Campers. Go now, because later has a bad habit of becoming never.
CVA's Accura Series, Agara barrels for guaranteed accuracy, nitride for guaranteed rust proofing, and a rifle guaranteed to be the best muzzleloader you've ever shot. CVA, it's just a better gun.
What do all these knives have in common? They're all proudly made in the USA. Buck Knives, edge of a legend.
It's just starting to get light. Beautiful day, very little wind. That's what you want when you're trying to call moose. Caesar Lake Outfitters. We'll go see if we can find one this morning. We've seen lots of moose, just looking for the right one. Crazy. When we're not finding the bulls, we're working harder. Portage in canoes, whatever it takes. We've been in airboats, we've been in jet boats, now we're in a canoe. I just don't want to start swimming. It's midday. We're doing what they call run and gun. We're going upriver, finding any place that has these bogs or beaver ponds or lakes. Stopping and calling, see if we can get one to fire up. A lot like how you turkey hunt. If we don't find one, we just keep moving. We just spotted a big bull crossing the river. We're gonna go in and see if we can get close enough.
Now let's join Marcia with recipes from the field, brought to you by Buck Knives.
This week, Recipes from the Field, we're doing a little breakfast entree. We're doing baked venison sausage and egg pies. I've got my Lodge skillet. I've already taken my country sausage that I got from Butcher Block, went ahead and fried it up so it's cooked. Now I have my Lodge. This is an awesome skillet. It's just a dividers in it. You can do all kinds of things. I like making the breakfast in there because some of the men in my life, talking about Chad Walker Wyatt, they have different likes. I've got my puff pastry dough, and I'm going to put that on there and just going to shape it down into the triangles to make my pie shapes. Okay, I've got the puff pastry dough all spread out, kind of divided it into my sections. Then I'm going to take one egg and you're going to crack it right into that section. There we go. Okay, we've got the egg in each one of the divider sections. Now I'm going to take a little bit of the sausage and add that into each one. Then the spinach. We'll leave some without spinach for those who don't like their greens. Okay, and then we're going to top with some cheese. Just putting this on each section of the pie. And then we're going to add a little pepper. And I like to add a little bit of an onion salt just to give it a little bit extra flavor. There you go. We have our breakfast sausage, venison breakfast sausage egg pie. Say that 3 or 4 times. I'm going to put it in the oven at 350, bake it for 15 to 18 minutes. Then you're going to have your breakfast pie ready to go. Baked venison sausage egg pie, just pulled it out of the oven. It looks delicious. Now it's into the dividers for those different sections. So I just thinly take my buck knife here and kind of cut that just so it'll come out really good. Oh my goodness, does that look delicious? And again, like I said, you can make it where you have some with spinach, some without. You could always add mushrooms, green peppers, anything. So you can really make it to taste for how people like. And there you have it. Baked venison sausage egg pie that I've got a fork and I'm ready to taste. So log on shootstraighttv.com and also follow us on Facebook, Shoot Straight TV, and you can get your next recipe from the field. Oh my goodness.
Bitterroot Tool & Machine is a full-service precision CNC machine shop,
Specializing in design to production.
serving the aerospace, mining, munitions, and firearms industry.
Also home of the Grainmaker. They specialize in custom reloading machines.
Specialty services include engineering, stamping, tool and die, machining, grinding, powder coating, and parts assembly.
Bitterroot Tool & Machine, where their motto is, do right by the customer.
Unbreakable recoil-proof reticles. I can only be talking about Konus Optics. Introducing the Konus Pro F30, a first focal plane recoil-proof scope with a built-in level bubble to keep you on target at any distance. The new F30s are tough enough to withstand any caliber you want to put it on. We guarantee it, and that's for life. Konus. Shoot like a pro.
We've been in the hovercraft, the jet boat, even a canoe. Now we're going back to the Argo. We're doing all we can to get this done. Is he too small? know, Caesar Lake Outfitters runs an incredible outfitting business up here in the Yukon. I'm with Terry Wilkinson, who founded the business, and now his son is running it and he guides for him. Terry, we just came around the corner. We're on a new lake he just brought me to.
Yeah.
It's the last night and we see a nice bull, but I looked at Terry and I said, you have full say on it. You tell me when to shoot and when not. Why didn't we go after that bull?
Well, it was a young bull.
Okay.
It's obvious to me, and you could tell by the horn growth that it was a young bull, and we could have shot.
I was on him,
Yeah.
and I looked back at you, and you're doing that, and I'm like, because as a TV host, and we hunt with our family all over the world, you got to get the animals down to get the show, but you also have to take the big mature bulls out of here, and that's what you do. You guys don't take the cows, and you just take that upper end.
Yeah, you want to get the trophy bull, which has, in the best of cases, he's past his prime breeding,
Right.
and so he's no good to the herd anymore, and that's the one that you want. This guy, he was just getting into the breeding
Right.
program, and it just goes against my grain to shoot him for me.
Absolutely, and I trusted you on him, and we still have a couple hours before dark, and it's an awesome area. I mean, we just came around the corner, and Walker's like, Dad, what is that? It was his rack coming across the water. He's swimming this lake, so we're gonna get back to it and see if we can find a bigger bull.
Yeah, we'll have to find a bigger one now.
When you go on a hunt like this for trophy class animals, you have to realize that you may or may not get an animal when you're looking for a really big animal. Unfortunately, last night, didn't find that bull we were looking for. We have hunted hard, we saw lots of moose, and that's just the way it is sometimes. Still great being out here. I got to spend the week with Walker, my son up here, caught some nice fish, and got to be out in God's creation. So it was a good time, and Caesar Lake Outfitters does a great job. We've been up here before. Wyatt got a moose, Walker got a mountain goat, incredible people, and always a good time. And remember, take time with your family to enjoy God's great outdoors. We'll see you next week.
Shoot Straight is brought to you by CVA, Power Belt, Buck Knives, Real Tree Camouflage, Conus Optics, Cabela's, Hodgdon Powder, Bitterroot Tool and Machine, Caldwell Shooting Supplies, Lance Campers, Roper Apparel, the Mule Deer Foundation, B&W Trailer Hitches, Atchison Taxidermy, Liberty Safes. Additional products provided by Umpqua, Bear Archery, The Finisher, Diamond D Leather, Vanish Spas, SKB Cases, Ashley Quarter Horse Ranch, Aaron Payne DDS, Lodge, Hunter Safety Systems, Campfire Meals. Closed captioning provided by Butler Bags, the official sleeping bag of Shoot Straight TV.
There you go. Take him. Oh, a double! Incredible. That doesn't happen very often. Whew, he hammered him. I tell you, this new decoy, the Wingman from Cabela's, is awesome.
Oh, we got you, Val.